Well, hello everyone. Welcome back to the channel. It's Rita here. I hope you are all doing well. Happy New Year. Yeah, and I hope your 2025, sorry, I'm fidgeting. I'm at the car wash and I decided to pop on here and talk to you guys and just catch up a little bit. A second here. So yes, I hope your 2025 was amazing. I hope your holidays were amazing. Yeah, so I am very much bored with the news cycles. I am very much, well, I won't say very much, but I'm sort of like over all of the fantastical of like social media, and everything seems to be is kind of overwhelming, and it feels very, it's like a strobe light to me when I look at social media and everything that's going on. There is so much going on that I have just really had to reel it in a little bit. My blood pressure went up because this stuff, it was totally driving me crazy. So I decided to pull back and really try to focus on what is going on locally. Not that I'm ignoring anything that's going on nationally, obviously, and I'm in tune to everything that is, not everything, but I'm in tune to most of what's happening with, of course, Minnesota and all of that, and praying that that does not seep over here. Thank God in Wisconsin we have a conservative state legislature, which they are really trying to rip that out of our cold dead hands over here, and we are fighting hard. So that got me really thinking about local and statewide politics. And I have said before, those of you who follow my channel, you know that I have talked about this before, and I think that we, a lot of times, especially as conservatives, a few things, we spend a lot of time focused on the national stuff. Like I said, it's so like extraordinary, everything that's happening. It's like coming at us all at once, and I almost feel like it's a diversion. Like we're just getting inundated with everything that's going on, you know, in an entirely different state, that while we're paying attention to that, locally, jihadis and communists are just basically walking into empty seats uncontested in our districts, in our towns, and stuff like that. So I have been really focused. I've been focusing more, I should say, in that area, and really trying to get more involved. And let me tell you, we are not as involved as we should be. I will say in my county, there are seats that the Republican Party, my local Republican Party, has been begging conservatives to run in these seats. And they can't get anybody to run in them. So can't get anybody to run in these seats because we have these elections coming up. And there are socialists in our county that are basically just about to walk into these seats because they don't have anybody running against them. So this is how Minnesota becomes what it is today. This is how Dearborn, Michigan becomes Dearborn, Michigan. And you end up with the city council that is basically telling Americans, people who have been there for generations, yeah, we can't wait until you leave.
Bigot, and you are a racist, you are an Islamophobe. And although you live here, I want you to know as mayor, you are not welcome here. And the day you move out of the city will be the day that I launch a parade celebrating the fact that you moved out of the city.
This is how this happens, because we become, I think, two things for conservatives. We are really focused on our families. We're really focused on work and just living life. You know what I mean? Freedom. We're really focused on freedom. Meanwhile, you know, the blue-haired hobgoblins are busy making this thing a religion, and they are faithfully out here protesting. And I mean, they're spending their entire, you know, whatever free time on this crap, protesting and all this stuff. And I think we kind of drop the ball in this area, because what happens is, like I told you, people just kind of, these jihadis And the socialists just kind of walk into seats because we aren't showing up for city council meetings. We aren't paying attention until it's too late. You know, Republicans and conservatives, we tend to be very reactionary instead of proactive, right? We don't notice what is happening around us until, oh my gosh, it's like right in our face, and it's almost too late. And it's almost too late to do anything. I'm sorry, the car wash machine is talking to me. It's like, okay, drive forward. At some point, we have to decide. I'm on my way to the grocery store now that I washed my car since it's above freezing. Yay, it's like 40 something degrees. So yes. But anyway, at some point we have to make the decision. What are we going to do? We can't all just be, we can't all just spend all of our time talking about it, right? And doing commentary. There's a space for that, and the people that are in that space that are doing their thing, like, bravo. But we don't all need to be doing it. You know what I'm saying? We don't all, some of us, if we have if you have the time and the conviction to try to do something in your town, in your city, do that. Because we need people, like, it's an all hands on deck situation. The state of our country is not looking good. And we need to be praying, and we need to be getting involved, whichever way. Get involved with your local Republican Party. You may be one of these people who at this point feel like, oh, the parties are whatever, they're not doing all that they are supposed to be doing. Yeah, it's not perfect. You know, our local Republican Party, you know, it's not perfect. No, people aren't perfect, right? But at least you can start to push and get some things done. If you start, you know, going to some of these, your local Republican Party meetings and stuff like that, and get involved, you can, if you have ideas, it's a good way to start sharing some strategies and ideas that you have. We just need more people involved. There shouldn't be a reason why there are open seats and, you know, blue-haired are just walking on into, you know, office, essentially, because they don't have anybody running against them. Why is this happening? And this is a strategy. Make no mistake. This is what they're doing. They know it. They know that we are essentially kind of, you know, asleep at the wheel locally. And so this is how they are overtaking entire states. It doesn't start with all of a sudden they just took over a state. No, it starts small. They start taking over these local seats. And the next thing you know, now your whole town is taken over, and then they just keep moving from town to town, from county to county. Ooh, the sun. I'm not complaining. But they move from county to county, or from town to town, from city to city, county to county. And this is what they do with the help of nonprofits, these woke churches. All of them are working together to transform, if they haven't already, to transform your town, if you're in a small town, in your city. So for me, I have just been feeling more inclined to do more in my town. Now, don't get me wrong. I believe it or not, am very much, I won't say very much because I'm older, but I am introverted. I used to be very much introverted, but through life, as you just get forced into situations where you just have to get over it, you know? So the idea of like door knocking or, and all this stuff that you kind of have to do when you're doing like grassroots stuff, it honestly gives me a little bit of anxiety. But what gives me more anxiety is the idea that my town would be completely taken over by radical communists. And next thing you know, I wake up and there are projects, meaning government housing on every block, graffiti on every block. Like, this is what you have to look forward to. Crime. I don't want to live in some hellscape. So for me, that outweighs my desire to honestly want to do YouTube regularly. You know, from time to time, I'll probably jump on here and give you guys an update. But it really, outweighs my anxiety about public speaking and talking to people in like public functions and stuff like that. Like, I just prep myself and push past that, because I know that this fight that we have in this country is greater than my anxiety of, you know, my social anxiety, I should say. So that's where I've been. That's what I've been doing. Haven't forgotten about you guys at all. Like I've said in a previous video, I just don't want to just pop on here just to do a video or to jump on bandwagons. I've tried to do different things, reaction videos and such, but honestly, I just have not been I just have not been feeling it, because I, again, have been feeling like everything is so, like, it's such fanfare. It's a bit much for me. And like everything that's going on, and I have a hard time focusing on the things I need to be focusing on. So yeah, I'm going to run into the store, but it was great catching up with you guys. How have you guys been feeling about everything? About, if you're on social media, do you feel like do you feel like am I the only one feeling like I am just being bombarded with, when you stand back and look at it, things that really don't relate to me, or things that I can't really do anything about in a meaningful or tangible way? Because that's kind of how I've been feeling, and that's why I decided I'm just going to focus on my local stuff and stay involved that way. Yeah. Let me know what you guys think. What are you guys doing? Are you guys doing the same thing? And yeah, again, I'll be posting from time to time just to keep you guys updated. I mean, if you care to know. But yes, I hope you guys enjoy the rest of your week, and I will see you again. Ciao.